Well. It looks like the governor and the mayor of Chicago are at odds in regards to what to do with the migrants that are coming into the city every day. It is said like 8 busloads of migrants a day are going to Chicago, whether they're being sent by Republican governors or what have you. All right, so this is where the dilemma lies. Mayor Brandon Johnson wants to spend $29 million to build a giant tent that will house about 1,000 migrants that would basically move them from sleeping at the airports and the police stations. Now, this tent is supposed to be, a state-of-the-art weatherized tent, right? Now, it's also supposed to be built by a company called Garda World Federal Services that also helped Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida move the migrants to Chicago in the first place. All right, so Governor Pritzker is saying, hey, wait a minute. I don't think that they should be housed in a tent. Why don't we just find some unused federal buildings, spice those all up and all that other stuff, and then we could put them there? Because I guess he's saying that's more humane rather. And other people are mad because they're like, well, Brandon Johnson, why would you use the same company that the Republican governor of Florida used to actually make the situation in Chicago worse? And so, of course, there's that back and forth about that. Now, it is said that by the end of the year, Chicago is on track to spend about $345 million on trying to take care of the migrants. Okay. My thing is this, while they're fighting of what to do and how much to spend and what company to use, is did they ever build a giant tent for people who live in Chicago who are unhoused? Have they done that for them? Have they said, well, in Chicago, the winters are very brutal. Let's build a giant $29 million tent to house them. I don't know. I don't live in Chicago. Maybe for those of y'all who do y'all ever remember seeing a giant tent somewhere where homeless people can go and get out of the elements and, be taken care of? I've never heard of it. Maybe I just don't know. But the point that I'm making is that they're spending all of that money on migrants, but the people of Chicago, they're not getting those resources at all. In fact, it sounds like it's going to create a major deficit for the Chicago 2024 budget, right? Like they're already looking at being in the hole. It is said that they have about $200 million for the budget, give or take. And there is going to be a deficit. So it's going to total like $500 million by the time all of this is done. So again, residents in Chicago, have y'all seen a big giant tent for people who belong there? Now, it should be said that they don't know where this tent is going to be erected, if you will, just yet, because there has been a lot of back and forth with the Black residents and Latino residents in regards to the migrants being put into their neighborhoods. And so I can imagine Brandon Johnson is probably like, okay, where can I put this giant tent? Well, why don't he put it where the white folks live? Put it over there, since you burden the Black people enough. Put it where the white people live. Put that big giant tent in their neighborhood and they can deal with that. Give Black people a break. Why don't you? So anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.